The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Holt. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Now you get a look at their key. Inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree because the postseason is on the line, so you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win, and the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. The Bears at 500, sitting at 5-5, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off play action. Holt. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So Holt. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Holt. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. Now they try the right side here. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Off the play fake. Holt. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Holt got an open man. It's QT. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking to throw. Holt. His pass caught at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and the Bears take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Holt. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they accept the Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Onto the field now come the Bears. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's
I
miles
am.
away and smiling.
And happy.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Isaiah Wynn with a penalty, the former first-round pick back in 2018. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Well, what a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, 3rd and goal.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll try and sneak it here, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Operating from the gun, Holt. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
In motion, the tight end.
Hey, check back 11, check back 11.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, check back 11, check back 11. Go check. Pull it together. 25, check. Ready, go.
Operating from the gun. Holt. Throw left side, complete to QT. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Oh, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Mike 10. Mike 10. Mustang 19.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike.
Throwing again. Holt. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer there on 2nd and goal. They'll get half the distance and a fresh set of downs to try to punch one in. Off play action. Holt. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Well, they are able to get... Throwing to start the drive. Holt, he finds his man, complete. It's Stanley. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Rolling to his right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On first down, Holt. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Stanley. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, yeah! 41 Mike. 41 Mike.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down. 78 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Cup 19! Cup 19!
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. Operating from the gun, Holt. Eluding the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Vikings are right back. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Operating from the gun, Holt. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Hey, check back 11, check back. Check smash, check smash.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. So the first drive in. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. It's a quarterback sneak. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Bears, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head 2 Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the... end zone for a touch. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Stanley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back to throw. Holt. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They're just trying to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. Looking to throw. Holt. And he whips that one incomplete there. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Now you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game. And Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
To throw on 3rd down. Holt. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Holt. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
Looking to throw. Holt. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit, meaning if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he will have the Bears first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Stanley. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Holt. He'll buy some time right. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. And that is no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, Holt. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Oh, twisting away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it'll... So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over first and 10.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
There's Mooney with another catch.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down. Back to throw. Holt sliding out of the pocket.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's a give up the middle.
And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
Ready, set. Trap 50, trap 50.
On first and 10, Holt flushed out right, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off play action, Holt. They'll roll him out right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Malik Harrison.
He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded just inside the 30.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Bears take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Mike 20. All right. Let's go, B, let's go. Crack 80.
Looking to throw. Holt. And he comes back with one complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the lead will hold at 10.
So we have passed the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run the option left. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Big Sebastian Joseph Day there on the stop.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. Throwing on 3rd and long. Holt. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they decline it, as that will bring up 4.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's got room. Touchdown. Darnell Mooney. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Darnell Mooney and the rest of this offense ready to go again.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right. He's
Agreed.
been 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Check 31, check 31.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Stanley. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Jones will sneak it. And he will push forward and pick up the 1st down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the 1st down.
Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for Chicago, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here,